Hey there, I'm John.
And I'm Josh.
Here we are. It's bowl game time, 2021 college football season, and bowl game and college football playoffs.
Right.
We got ahead of us.
Something to note before that is if you're paying attention right now to the transfer market right now, or the free agency of college football, if you will.
Yeah.
Crazy times right now.
It is.
Especially in the quarterback world. Just something to be paying attention to. I think the most recent one is Rattler to South Carolina. So.
Yeah. And Bo Nix is left Auburn.
Yeah.
Don't know where he's going to end up yet, but yeah, it is something to pay attention to. We're going to go through the bowl games by date. And some of these are important, some of them not so important. So we're just going to touch on them all. This coming Friday, December 17th, we have the Bahamas Bowl. And that would be, I want to go to the Bahamas Bowl.
Yeah, I was about to say, how is this not like a more, and maybe because
prestigious,
can't go, but man, I would not want to go to the Bahamas Bowl.
Middle Tennessee and versus Toledo. I mean,
I think Toledo has the edge in this according to the numbers. I could be wrong, but for games like this, it's going to be such a probably good matchup because both these teams, I think 7-6 or 6-6. So who knows? I think Toledo will win this one.
Yeah. And by the way, we're leaving out all the sponsors because they're not giving us money. So we're not going to tell anything about them. So the Cure Bowl, you got Northern Illinois who won their last game and they're going to be facing Coastal Carolina. I think this is a fairly decent matchup.
Yeah, well, this is actually an exciting bowl game.
It is an interesting game.
McCall's probably last game at Coastal Carolina. I'm not actually for sure.
Good points.
He might have one more year left with them, but either way, Northern Illinois has been in the past couple years a good Group of 5 team, and Coastal Carolina has risen up at least past 2 years. So I do think Coastal wins this game. It could be a close one.
Thinking so, but I'm thinking close as well. So then we have on Saturday, the 18th, you have the Boca Raton Bowl. So you got Western Kentucky. They're going to be at App State.
I think App State wins this one pretty handily.
App State has been a little bit disappointing for this season. I think they expected more, but I agree.
Yeah.
I think they'll win it. The Celebration Bowl. Did you know there was a Celebration Bowl? You have South Carolina State versus Jackson State.
I didn't know South Carolina State and Jackson State were 1A football teams. Am I wrong? Is this a FBS?
It could be. Game? It could be, but this was in the list of the ESPN bowl games. So
so
there you go. New Mexico Bowl. You got UTEP versus Fresno State. I think this is an interesting one.
I think this is a lopsided matchup. I think Fresno State rolls over UTEP. I've seen UTEP play. Boise played them at the beginning of the season and demolished them.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
So Fresno wins this one.
Yeah. Independence Bowl. You got UAB versus BYU. Now, BYU's had a pretty overall disappointing season. So does UAB have a chance here?
No, but it would be awesome for their program if they did somehow win this one. I don't think they have a chance. I think BYU just all in all is going to have more talent, more strength, more endurance, and what UAB has going in favor for them is BYU did want a bigger bowl game than this, right? And it has to be pretty disappointing for them.
Could be disappointing.
UAB, this is a pretty good matchup. This is pretty exciting for them. They get to play a fan base that's absolutely massive.
That is
so.
True.
This is great exposure for UAB, especially since they're going to be moving conferences soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Then you have the Lending Tree Bowl. There's a sponsor. You can't get away from that since that's the name of the bowl game. Eastern Michigan is going to be playing Liberty. I'm thinking Liberty's probably going to win this one.
Talk about a disappointing season for Liberty.
It is a disappointing season.
I just had such high expectations for them at the beginning of the season. They just kind of thudded some games, just kind of rolled their way into them and just sat there for most of the game, it seems like.
Yeah.
I do think Liberty bounces back and finishes on a high note.
Yeah. Then you got the LA Bowl. I'm assuming that's Louisiana. It's not LA like in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I believe this is the Los Angeles Bowl.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Could be wrong.
Well, I mean, the team's playing.
Because Louisiana Bowl is the Boca
It makes
Raton.
it feel like it is probably on the West Coast because you got Utah State versus Oregon State.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is Louisiana. They screwed up.
They did. They're not going to have anybody there.
I think Utah State has a solid chance of beating Oregon State.
I'm agreeing with that one.
I really do.
Yeah.
I've seen Utah State play a couple games this season, and they've looked good against a lot of good teams. And they demolished San Diego State in the conference championship.
They sure did. They sure did.
Remember, this is like the Mountain West Conference's big bowl game against the absolute bum of a team in Oregon State. Kind of disappointing there, but still.
I would think Utah State will dominate.
I think so.
New Orleans Bowl. This one is in Louisiana.
Yeah.
And Louisiana is going to be playing this versus Marshall. Now, is that a diss on Louisiana? Because Louisiana has really had a pretty fabulous season.
I mean, this goes back to group of 5 teams just not having great bowl buy-ins, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and until something about that actually happens, we're going to see a lot of games like this. What I do like is Louisiana gets to have a game that the fans actually get to go to and watch at the end of the season.
Very true.
And I guarantee you it's going to have more ticket sales than if they sent Louisiana out to the middle of Missouri or something, right? Yeah. So, all in all, I think it's an okay matchup, but I do think Louisiana wins.
Yeah. Well, I agree with that. And then Monday, December 20th, you have the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
Yep.
So that's going to be Old Dominion versus Tulsa.
Do love me some Old Dominion.
Yeah.
But I will say this. If I remember right, Tulsa had some fun moments at the beginning of the season, including almost beating Oklahoma. And it was during the hurricane times, and they were just bouncing around everywhere. Yeah. I think they even practiced at like Alabama's practice stadium for a little bit and different stuff like that. Is that Tulsa?
Nope.
Wait, I'm thinking of... It's not Tulane.
It is Tulane.
It is Tulane.
Because Tulane is out of
Tulsa,
Louisiana.
I don't even care then.
Tulsa's out of Oklahoma. So
yeah, wait a second. I'm way off.
They have not been affected by a hurricane. Maybe a tornado.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, honestly, I'm way off.
Okay, sorry.
Well, if that's the case, I don't even care about Tulsa.
Sorry,
Old Dominion, I'm cheering for you, and I hope they win.
All right. Tuesday, December 21st, my birthday. We're going to have the Idaho Bowl. Guess where that's going to be? Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, on that blue turf, baby.
Kent State versus Wyoming. I have a hard time here seeing Kent State doing anything there against Wyoming. Honestly.
Yeah. I will say Wyoming has to be pretty. I don't think they love going to the blue field of Boise because they play them in conference time all the time anyways.
They've been there many times.
I do think Wyoming comes in.
Has Kent State ever been there? Don't know that they have.
I would doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Frisco Bowl. You've got UTSA versus San Diego State. San Diego State. Probably a bit disappointed. Are they going to be able to compete against UTSA?
Are they more disappointed than UTSA, though? Can you be more disappointed than UTSA?
That is very true.
It's a phenomenal season, undefeated all the way down to the end, and then just loses. Was it Marshall? It was just a nobody. I mean,
I
it's
can't remember
it was
now,
a
but
bust of a game.
Yeah.
If San Diego State loses to UTSA, that's pretty embarrassing for the Mountain West Conference.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then on the 22nd, Armed Forces Bowl, you got Missouri versus Army.
You got to root for Army in this game.
Of course, the Army did lose to Navy in the Army-Navy game, which is barely, but they did lose to them. So
it's a good game, yeah.
Yeah.
Missouri probably wins this, if we're being realistic.
Most likely, but yeah, we'll see though. On the 23rd, you have the Football Classic, North Texas versus Miami of Ohio. Don't know what to say about this. Yeah. The next one is the Gasparilla Bowl, UCF versus Florida.
Now this is a fun game.
Interesting.
Sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, this is what you need to do for bowl games, man.
My goodness, yes.
Find two teams if they didn't have great years, right? Match them up. UCF fans gonna go wild. This is the battle for who's best in Florida right now. These teams need to care, and I bet they do care.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Correct me if I'm wrong. But didn't UCF just lose their starting quarterback to the transfer portal as well?
Ooh, I don't know.
We can check that. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure.
But I think they did. And I've heard rumors that Bo Nix could end up at UCF because, the tie-in with Gus Malzahn there. So that's just complete rumors, obviously, but who knows?
That would be very interesting. Yeah. Very interesting. New Year's Eve, we got the Hawaii Bowl. Everybody wants to go to that except for
Hawaii.
And guess where they are?
Imagine.
They're going to be playing Memphis. So Memphis, congratulations. You get to go to Hawaii. And in this one, Hawaii's actually had an interesting season.
They've had ups and downs. Not a bad season.
But they've had some pretty good plays, yes.
This is another interesting bowl game to me. And I do think Hawaii being at home could help them out.
Could
right?
Be. Good.
I mean, they'll still only have like 10,000 fans at the stadium, but still, that's more than maybe they. No, it's probably not more than that.
I don't know what it is.
I'm being mean. Yeah. I think Hawaii does win this game.
Yeah. Possibly. Yes.
Possibly. Sure.
All right. Then actually Christmas Day, we do have a game. It's the Camellia Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama. Woo. You have Georgia State versus Ball State, and I don't know what to say about this one.
What is this? The MAC versus the Sun Belt. I think as a whole, I would lean towards Sun Belt in most cases over the MAC. So I'll go with Georgia State.
Okay. 27th. So we go on Monday. We got the Quick Lane Bowl. You got Western Michigan versus Nevada.
Yeah.
I'm thinking here Nevada's probably the win.
Yeah, again, I
have
would,
reason to think
if
otherwise.
a group of 5 teams, I think Mountain West is at the top right now, especially with AAC losing all the teams that they're losing. So I would, Mountain West versus MAC, this is a must-win for Nevada.
Yeah. That same night, we got the Military Bowl, and that's going to be Boston College versus East Carolina. Again, this is not a big game. We got the ACC Boston College versus East Carolina. Not sure what to expect here.
I would think that Boston College wins this game, but who knows? East Carolina, this is, I think, a decent matchup for them. I mean, This is a Power 5 team that they get to go against. So it's an interesting game to watch to me.
It is.